All right, good morning from Heathrow. I ended up out really late last night and did not even do a closing video, so that's only the second time that that's happened on this whole trip. I ran around London all day yesterday. I really wanted to make the most of my last day of this journey. I explored the Tower of London and then I wandered about London. Just looked on the outside of some of the places that I'd already seen 4 years ago. Westminster Abbey, Buckingham Palace, Big Ben, the London Eye. And then I had this epiphany. One of my favorite movies is My Fair Lady. Audrey Hepburn playing Eliza Doolittle. And so I mapped out a bunch of the locations from the movie and went to them. So it was a lot of fun and I really enjoyed it. It was something different to do in one of these cities that I'm visiting as opposed to, historical sort of things. And anyways, it was a really good time. And then Christina and I went back. Well, she was already there. I met her, took the subway, took the train, everything, got back down to Crawley and met her at the same pub that we went to a few nights before. They were having a football match, and so it was a lot busier, a lot more people there than when we went on Tuesday. And just made some new friends and really just had a great time chit-chatting. I planned on having a beer and then calling it good, going back to the house and packing, but we just had so much fun. And I don't know, I guess I wanted my last night of this adventure to end on a high note, and it did. It was super fun. And then I just got up early this morning. I've gotten to be quite the professional packer over the last 3 months, so it was a piece of cake. And then Christina drove me to Heathrow. Very kind of her. She switched up her work schedule this week so that she could take today off and be able to drive me all the way to Heathrow, even though Gatwick is only a few minutes from her house. So for future reference, I will try to book from Gatwick instead of Heathrow. I think I picked Heathrow because I was able to find a United flight. And since I fly United most of the time when I travel for work, I have all the perks and the benefits. Speaking of which, I got upgraded to the fancy class for my flight. So 8.5 hours in the, I think, the most upgraded seats. I think we'll see. But so I'm excited about that. 8.5 hour flight can sometimes be a little feisty if you're not in the comfy seats. So I'm excited. That said, Heathrow has the most maddening security bag check process. Holy bananas. It isn't sufficient for you to have just the smaller size liquid containers in your carry-on. You have to take them out, put them in a plastic bag, and then they go through the scanner separately. So it's like you have to unpack your freaking suitcase right before you go through, and then you have to repack it. And anyways, big fat pain in the butt. I don't understand why it needs to be separate if they can see it through the scanner. Every other airport I've ever been in looks at it through the scanner in your suitcase. So kind of maddening. Just made the process really slow. There were so many people backed up having to open up their bags and take out all their stuff, and so it just took a lot longer. We got here in plenty of time. Planned on getting here 3 hours before my flight, like you're supposed to do for international flights. Traffic was perfect the majority of the way until we got to within a mile of the terminal, and a bus had broken down. So of the 3 lanes that should have been going towards the airport, they had the bus in one, the fixers in the other, and so there was 1 lane. So it was 3 lanes coming down to 1 right to the terminal. And so holy bananas, it took 40 minutes to go the last mile. So it was ridiculous, but still got here in plenty of time. And once I made it through that nonsense of security, I got the notification that I'd been upgraded, so that was exciting. I had a lovely breakfast and coffee, and so everything today so far so good. Hopefully the day will continue to be smooth. My arrival in Washington Dulles, so I'm not going straight to Tampa, flying to Washington, and then I have a layover, a couple hours, and then I fly to Tampa. So just a full-on long travel day, but I don't mind traveling. I'm a pretty good plane sleeper, so we'll see how that goes. After being out late last night and getting up early this morning to pack, I did not sleep very much last night, so I am feeling pretty tired. But optimistic about a good day and a little apprehensive about going home, just kind of settling back into normal life, a little nervous about how heart and mind's gonna feel about all that kind of stuff. But when I was in York over the weekend, I was sitting in this spot next to this church. There was a park and it was beautiful and the weather was perfect, and I found this tree and just sat down and I turned on some music, and a song I'd never heard before came on my Pandora, and it was called Counting My Blessings, and it just really spoke to my heart, and I'm just so incredibly grateful to God for everything I was able to see and experience, and the people that I met, and the healing that I was able to find in this journey, which is exactly what I was looking for. And
for security reasons, baggage left
so I just,
will be removed and destroyed.
yeah, Counting My Blessings. It's a beautiful song for any of you who might want to check it out. See you in America. Okay, this is seriously the fanciest flight I've ever been on. I could not believe this. I got this fancy buttons for old reclining, laying down bed thing. I got blankets. I got Saks Fifth Avenue blankets. I got memory foam pillows. I got some sort of goodie bag of toothbrushes and toiletries. I got a giant screen TV sitting here. Got a little cubby hole and all the chargers, fancy remote. This is crazy town. I'm so excited. Oh, thank you, United. Sorry for the drive, Christina, but coming to Heathrow and flying United, totally worth it. I'm totally laying down. There's freaking lumbar support adjustment on this seat, and my legs are all the way extended. This is insanity. I can't even believe it. Lovely cup of tea and an ice cream sundae with fudge and caramel. This is the flight experience. Just landed in Washington, D.C. at Dallas Airport. And I'm going to have to get on a regular airplane that doesn't have fancy seats for my final flight to Tampa in about 2.5 hours. I'm a little bummed now. I have very high expectations for my comfort on airplanes. I feel like I was destined to be fancy, but fancy is expensive unless you're lucky and get a free upgrade. So crossing fingers for future upgrades. Alright, I hope 2.5 hours between flights is enough time to make it through this night. Hello from Washington Dulles. It took me about an hour and 15 minutes to get through customs and security, but I'm through, and I should be boarding my next flight in about an hour. So plenty of time, all good. My flight from London was literally the best flight that I've ever had in my life. Full lay down seat, 2 excellent meals, super cozy blankets and memory foam pillows, and oh my gosh, it was amazing. Super grateful for the upgrade. It made an 8-hour flight painless. And watched a couple movies, took a nap. Yeah, all in all, really good. Security and the port customs was kind of a pain in the butt. Just so many people and very inefficient system. So, trying to take it in stride. But yeah, all in all, good. Now I'm on track to get home to Tampa a little after 8 tonight. And hopefully be able to go right to bed. Hopefully my nap won't hinder my ability to fall asleep tonight, and I can get on Tampa time. I have a few days before going back to work to get unpacked and settled and do all the things that I have to do. But yeah, so far so good. I got upgraded again. First class for me, all the way from London to Tampa. Yay! All right, I'm home. At least I'm in Tampa Airport. Smooth sailing on my second and final flight back home. It's gonna feel weird to not be doing videos anymore. Yeah, just waiting to be picked up at the airport. And I gotta just mentally process everything. I got a few videos I'm behind on the last few days, get those done, and gosh, have a few days before I start back at work. Anyway, I'm in Tampa. Oh my God, it's hot. It's 91 degrees. I haven't felt anything like this since Rome and Venice. Holy bananas. It's been months. Whew. Alright. I think tomorrow is a cool day.